Okay, okay, I did it. I clicked live. Hi, here we are. Okay, so I'm sprinting today because apparently this is the only time I freaking read nowadays. I don't know. I feel like I just like I gotta post everything this month. So if you haven't noticed, it's only the 7th of October and I've already posted like 4 videos. And this is the third sprint I've done. And literally the motivation to read has just been not there. So I'm using these sprints to motivate me to just pick up a damn book. No, I have not yet. I did read Bailey yesterday called Gentle Grinder by Ryan Harding. It's this extreme horror book. And I am nearly done with the book Hellbound Heart by Clive Barker. So I think I'm gonna do that now. And how's everybody doing? What's everybody reading? There are a bunch of people. Oh, okay. Yeah. Hey, Alexis. Glad you're here. Hello, Kimberly. Hi, Nikki. How are you? Everybody, let me know what you're reading. I'm gonna start the first sprint in a while because I need to finish the book I'm reading now. I'm currently reading Hellbound Heart by Clive Barker, and it's actually going really well. Like the book I read yesterday did not go well, and the whole time I was just asking myself, like, is it me or is it this fucking book? And bitch, when I started reading this book today, it was not my fault. It was the book's fault because something about Clive Barker, man. Like, this is the first book I've read by him, and I was hooked. I was invested. No, I have not seen the new Hellraiser movie yet, but I will soon, hopefully. Should I do a review of that movie on my channel since it's book related? I don't know. Let me know what you think. Things We Do in the Dark by Jennifer Hillier. Ooh, yeah, I've been seeing some mixed reviews about that one. Some friends of mine who love Jennifer Hillier were like, oh, this is really good. It's 4 stars, 5 stars. But then I think my friend Gabby for her live show gave it 1 star. So I'm like, shit, who do I listen to? Should I read this book? I don't know what I do with my life. Okay. 8 a.m. I'm still in bed. You know what? That's totally fine. There was this one time where I just rolled out of bed and a friend of mine texted our group chat saying that she was hosting a reading sprint, and I popped on and I literally looked like what a human being looks like when they are freaking exposed to radiation. It was not good. I had to like turn the camera off and be like, fuck. I had to like go wash my face and look vaguely human. Also, does anyone know how to make these fucking sprint subscribers only? Like all my friends are telling me, make your sprint subscribers only, and I'm like, how the hell do I do that? Let me figure out. Okay, do I go on here or do I? What do I do? What do I do? Does anyone know what to do? I'm panicking. Shit. If anyone knows what to do, please let me know. Alternating between listening to The Shining and reading Dracula. Okay, I actually had The Shining on my TBR this month. I'm planning on doing a dedicated vlog to it, just that book alone, because it's huge. Like my copy is like 600 pages, and I'm like, that's 2 books. That is a reading vlog on its own. Okay, so that's what we're doing with that. The Echo Wife by Sarah Gailey. I read that book. I did. I did. Um, let's not discuss what I thought about that. What are you thinking about it though? Do you like it? I'm reading Come Close by David. Oh shit, is that the one? It's like the cover's like all black, and then there's like someone's face on the cover. A friend of mine commented on my video saying that uh it was like The Strangers meets Funny Games meets Saw, and I'm like, what? Like those movies are a lot. Okay. Wow. Okay. An influx of comments came in. I liked Things We Do in the Dark. The only book I've read from her, though, I haven't read a single Jennifer Hillier book before, but I desperately want to. Like, I have Jar of Hearts. Should I read Jar of Hearts? I don't know because when Haley was vlogging about Survivor, she was saying like, "Oh, I love this book so much. The last time I was on edge was when it was Pretty Girls, when Jar of Hearts." So I'm like, should I read freaking Jar of Hearts? Is that what I should do? Hi Mila, I'm reading Finnish horror book Marco. Uh, Dance of Death. Okay, thank you. I did not even want to attempt to pronounce that. I would have fucked it up so bad. Hey, McKay, I'm at work, but have you on also? I'm reading The Monsters We Defy. Nice. Is it good? Are you liking it? It's my first one by her, Ava. I've heard nothing but good things about it. Awesome. It's 6 p.m. here. Currently, oh boy. Yeah, that book was a lot for sure. I read that book twice. Twice. And let me tell you this. I read it for the first time in 2016 when it was pretty new. Like BookTube back then was still very much the Poland Bananas books, Jesse the Reader. So it was all just YA and hyped fantasy and the occasional thriller sometimes. And I picked up A Little Life, and it devastated me. I didn't have my channel back then, but I kind of wish I did, so I could have captured my first interaction with that book. But this year, I reread the entire thing. I vlogged the entire thing, and let me tell you this: I know that it's a special book because I loved it the second time. I loved it even more the second time I read it. So I don't know. It's one of those books that I think I'm gonna reread every 5 years because I feel like it's just gonna age like fine wine. Like the more I experience life and go through things, I feel like the richer the experience will be. And yeah, when I had gone through more things in the interim in which I had read it for the first time, it just made the experience so much more powerful, if that makes sense. 43% in, and I love it. I feel seen when I read about same dude, Jude St. Francis. I felt like Hanya Yanagihara cracked a hole in my head and was like analyzing my inner thoughts, and she just put them all in one book, and I was like, how does she know? How? How does she know? Hey Bernard, reading Dracula. I have a themed dinner and some cat. Oh, that sounds fun. Damn, are you gonna dress up in some cosplay, vampire cosplay? A woman standing in this window. What? Oh, cover of the book. Okay, okay, okay. Because there's like this other book that has a similar title to the stream set. Oh, stream settings on my YouTube studio. So like on the computer. Let's try that out. YouTube studio. Uh, okay, 1 second. Let me just see if I can figure this out. It's not loading. Okay. Anyway, yeah, I'll check. I'll do that on the first sprint. Hi, Lauren. I'm really good. How are you? Where are you from? I am based in Asia. I don't really specify, but yeah, that's where I am. Still working, but less than an hour left of work, so I'm ready to sprint. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Glad to have you here. Reading the Inheritance games. I'm 50 pages, and it's really good so far. Can't wait to continue reading. How long are you sprinting for today? I think I'm going to be sprinting for about 3 hours. I just need to finish the novella that I'm reading now. I only have 35 minutes left on the audiobook, so that's about 15 minutes, give or take, since I'm listening on 2 times speed. And then afterwards, I want to read this other novella that a good friend of mine gifted me yesterday, which is only about 100 pages. So hopefully I get that all done in these sprints. Also, I will not be doing a puzzle these sprints because last time that fucked me up. Dude, that was like it was too much. It was too stressful. Jar of Hearts on my Libby. I have to listen to it at some point in the next 2 weeks. Let me know if it's good. 85% in, and I feel conflicted about the Echo Wife. I don't dislike it. Okay, I'm glad that you're not like super loving it because I gave that book a very generous 1 star. Like I hated it. I did not like that book at all. I swear, I feel like the author took what was at most a 70-page novella and stretched it beyond capacity into a 300-page book. And I was so bored. Like, there is so little happening in that book to justify a story of that length. And I just don't understand, it just did not speak to me. and it was just not my thing. I just bought the book Dead Inside. I think you rated it 5 stars. No, I rated it 2.5 star. I mean, I do have no, I think I gave it 2 stars. Yeah, 2 stars because although it did have some really good extreme horror in it, there was just a lot of other stuff that I didn't care for, and I actually do have a full dedicated reading blog to that book where I expound on my thoughts. You could probably watch it during the next sprint. No pressure, though. Thank you so much. I'm really glad you liked it. Um, hey, everyone. Hi. I'm H. What's up? Hey Hannah, how are you doing? I'll be reading my best friend. Oh shit! Okay, I'm really glad you're reading that because I actually had that book. I recommended it in my most recent video called "Spooky Books to Read for Halloween." So awesome! Hey Maddie, what's up? Oh, Second Gothic was so good. I gave it 5 stars. That was great. Things we do in the dark is only kind of predictable. Okay, okay. Boring doesn't sound good to me. Probably will not be reading that. Hey, no worries. No, absolutely no worries. Okay, I'm gonna start the first sprint. Everybody, let me know how long you'd like to be reading for. I'm thinking maybe 30 minutes. But yeah, this is your sprint, so just type your suggestion. Excuse me. Type your suggestions in the chat, and while your messages are coming in, I'm gonna try to get this thing subscribers only. Hold on. All right. I can't find it. I'm gonna have to do some research during the sprint. Okay, 30, 30, 40, 45. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's what I thought about the book. Okay, so I see 3:30s, so I think we're gonna do 30 for this sprint. And I'm gonna start that now. And while we sprint, I'm gonna try to get this. I'm gonna figure this out, okay? I'm gonna figure this out. All right, where is it? Here. Okay, let me know how everybody's sprint went. I finished The Hellbound Heart by, oh, 1 second. There I am. I finished The Hellbound Heart by Clive Barker, and I really, really enjoyed it. I thought it was so good, and you will be pleased to know that I have finally attempted to start vlogging again. Yes, I've only been doing sit-down videos so far, but I whipped out the camera this afternoon and I started vlogging this book. So we're gonna see how that goes. I'm gonna probably take a vlog a bit during the sprints. So if you see me turn off my camera from time to time, it's because I'm saving myself from the embarrassment. Like, can you imagine talking to a camera in front of other people? I could not do it. I need to be by myself. All right, let's go through these comments for a while. So yeah, I finished Hellbound Heart. I gave it 4 stars. Debatable. It could go higher. I'll have to think about it more. And then I started this book over here. 1 second. Oops. Yeah, I finished The Hellbound Heart by Clive Barker. It was really good. And now I'm about to start No One Rides for Free by Judith Sonnet, which is an extreme horror novella. So we're gonna see how this goes. The first page alone, I was like, oh no. But yeah. Yes, I did. I found out how to make it subscribers only. There we go. Awesome. Hey, Dawn. Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. Awesome. Glad to know that my sprints line up with your schedule. Good stuff. Okay. Finish Dracula with seconds to spare in that sprint. It's not a race. You can relax, but let me know how that book was. Was it good? Was it bad? Was it shit? Was it epic? Let me know. 22 pages. Good job, Kimberly. Damn, we are having a pattern here. 22 pages, 22 pages. Tell Me I'm Worthless by Alison Rumfitt. I heard that one. I heard about that one. Is that the book about I think I heard that it dealt with trans issues. I could be wrong, but do let me know. Are you enjoying it? How is it going so far? Those first couple chapters of Dracula have a lot of references to food and alcohol. Gets me excited for yeah, nice. Honestly, might as well be wearing black, right? If it's like a gothic Dracula event, that sounds really good. Okay, so far this vlog is going pretty decent. Well, not really. The first book I read, I gave 2 stars, and the one I just finished, I gave 4 stars. So I have a very good track record with Judith's books. Normally they're like 4-star, 5-star. I don't think I've given any of her books lower than a 4-star. But I'm kind of intrigued to see what this book is going to be like, because she wrote, edited, and published the damn thing in 10 fucking days. It's like, how do you do that? I think this is like the 8th or 7th book she's put out this year, and it's like talent. Like, how do you put out that many books and have them all be good? Seriously. They're extreme horror though, so be very careful if you plan on checking them out. 91% done with The Echo Wife. Happy I will probably be done with it after the next sprint. Has it gotten better? Has it gotten worse? Let me know the tea. I was not a fan of that book, but a friend of mine gave it 5 stars. I think gave it 5 stars. A couple friends of mine gave it 5 stars, and I was just like, we are built different. I'm sorry. Only on chapter 13 of The Clown Hunt. Still love it. Been listening to a lot of audiobooks, so physical read has been slow. Same. I am so slow when I read physically. I don't know. I feel like my eyes just keep rereading the same sentence for some reason. But when I have the audiobook, it helps me get through the book way quicker. Like, I'm a better listener than I am reader. I can listen to up to 3.25 speed, and it sounds clear to me. But when I read with my eyes, it's just not as fast, even though I think I'm going fast, but then it's just not fast. It's just not it. So yeah, I did read The Clown Hunt. I didn't like, I didn't care for the first act, and the finale didn't have, I wish I got more out of that, but the second, the middle of the book is so good. Like when shit hits the fan, it is epic. And I will say about Adam Caesar, I read this other book of his called Tribesman, which is phenomenal. I gave that book 5 stars. It was so good. I actually featured it in a recent video of mine where I recommend books based on your favorite movies and vice versa. It is horror themed, mostly extreme horror because that's my brand. And yeah, it's pretty good. I hope you consider checking that video out. Also, everybody on the stream, I just need to remind y'all that I actually published a video right before this sprint started. So please check it out when you have the time. And when you do check it out, please, please, please leave a comment, okay? Because the algorithm depends on that. And if there are not that many comments, it's like, oh, this video doesn't have interaction. We're not going to recommend it. So go ahead, spam the comment section if you want. I will respond to all of you, unless you're an asshole. So be nice. Thank you. For me, I can't focus on any audiobook. I do have some tips. When I was new to audiobooks, I also had a hard time focusing. So what I would do is I would listen to it like on 1.5 speed first, which is relatively slow. And then I would like bump it up a notch. And in order to prove to myself that that I was understanding what I was reading, I opened up a Google Doc or my notes app on my phone, and I typed down what was happening in the story, just, brief plot points, just to prove to myself that I was understanding things. And then I slowly started to get more confident. And with that confidence came the ability to start listening. Oh, that alarm is so aggressive. Anyway, with that confidence came the ability to start reading at faster speeds. So I hope that trick works. I'm about to start the next sprint. So let me know, everybody in the chat, how long you would like to go. Last sprint, we did 30 minutes for anyone who just came in, but I will listen to what everybody has to say. So do you want to do 30? Do you want to do 40? 45, 35, go ahead. This is your sprint. I'm gonna take a sip of water, hold on. All right, let's see. Okay, we got a 35, we've got a 40. I'll wait for anybody else, let me know. Sure, no problem. 40, okay, so we have, okay, so the next sprint's gonna be 40 minutes. Excuse me. On this next sprint, I will be starting No One Rides for Free by Judith Sonnet, and I hope it's good. But if it's like any of her other books, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be fine. And then since this is a horror novella vlog, I'm thinking of maybe, since they're pretty short, I'm thinking of including one more book. So I'm debating between a Laurel Hightower book, so maybe Crossroads, or Laws of the Skies. Both of them are very horror-ish and very triggering, apparently. So I'm interested in them. But let me just set up a timer. Let's do 40 minutes on the clock. Maybe an 8-minute break so we can chat a bit. And yeah, happy reading, everybody. Okay, sorry, the TV was on in the other room, but oh my gosh. Okay. So, for anyone who just got in, I started a new book. Hold on, my hair looks like absolute fucking shit again. Give me a second. Okay, so I started No One Rides for Free by Judith Sonnet, and bitch, this book is fucking extreme horror. Like, I didn't know what I was getting myself into, but like just like in the opening scene, I was like, shit. Okay, so basically, we follow this. I'm not gonna spoil the whole book on these sprints. Okay, I'm just gonna give you a premise, and if you see my camera go off during the sprints, it's because I am vlogging because I'm working on a extreme horror novella vlog. So this book's going to be on it. So is Genital Grinder by Ryan Harding, which I was not a fan of, and Hellbound Hearts by Clive Barker, which was really good. And so far, this one is shaping up to be so fucking good. Like, it is so fucked up in all the best ways. So basically, the book opens up with like a trigger warnings. So I'm like, okay, this book's gonna go there. And then we open up with this. Okay, while I'm telling you the synopsis, please let me know how your reading went, what you're reading, how many pages you read, and how your book is going. Let me know the tea. So let me just tell you what's going on. Okay, so we follow this mom and her two kids, and they are on this road trip, and she's taking them to college. And we learn that these kids get along really well. They're both like enthusiastic film fans, very artistically inclined. And whilst they are on the way to college, they stop by this gas station. So right there, it's like already like a very extreme. It's got like the tropes of the horror movies like Texas Chainsaw X. Like every single time there's a gas station, and whenever someone stops in a gas station, you know some shit's gonna go down. So they stop by this gas station, and when the mom gets in the car, she sees that her daughter is crying. And then she looks in the back seat and she sees that this strange man who came out of completely nowhere is sitting in the back seat with her kids, holding them at gunpoint, saying, "Bitch, don't try me." And basically, the story goes from there, but it is just it's intense. Like, I am currently about 50% in, and stuff does happen that I'm not going to spoil, obviously. Maybe I'll have a little spoiler section in my vlog, but there's actually a content warning in the middle of the book saying, don't keep reading if you don't want to read some fucked up shit. And then it ends with, repeat to yourself, it's just a book, it's just a book, it's just a book. So I got to that part and a bit beyond that. So I'm starting to see what this guy's intentions are with these people. And it is like, yo, like Judah's books, man, they're just so exciting, and they're just so like intense and just so fast, and like she really throws you into the action without wasting any time. And whilst you're in the action, you learn about the characters and how they are, what they're like, what their hobbies are. Her characters feel like such like real people. It's really good. Anyway, so that's what my book is. Oh, also, I think she watched a bit of the stream just to wish me a good reading experience, so we love that. And yeah, the book does start to get really nasty after that specific trigger warning. Hold on, I forgot to set the break. Okay, there we go. It does get pretty fucked up. Okay. One sec, where am I? Okay, yeah, I had to be right back a while ago because the TV was being heard in the other room, and I had to just be like, please lower that. Okay, here we go. 24% into The Shining, and so far it's so much better than the movie. Also, Steve needs to chill with all this. Yeah, I mean, I don't understand. I was just watching a live stream the other day with somebody who was describing Stephen King, and I've only read a handful of King's books. Normally, I like them, but they're not ones that I am super like dying to read. You know, I've read the famous ones like The Pet Cemetery, but yeah, he had apparently even in his like most recent works there are those slurs, and I'm very curious as to why he puts them in. I don't know. It's really weird. Obviously, I don't approve of that, but it's I don't know. Sucks. Okay. Finally, hey, what's up? Really nice to have you here. 40% into The Lightning Thief, and so far it's just okay. I mean, I hope it gets better for you. It's just a book. Line is a throwback I did to Last House on the Left, one of the first extreme horror movies I've ever felt in. Oh, that's so cool. I haven't seen the original Wes Craven. Correct me if I'm wrong. I haven't seen the original Wes Craven one, but I did see the remake with Sarah Paxton. I didn't know what that movie was, but like when I saw that it was like parents getting revenge, I was like, this is so fun. I had a lot of fun with the remake. If you recommend the original, I will check it out. Finished The Echo Wife, felt very meh about it. I like some of the ideas and themes of the free will, manipulation, research, ethics, but I felt like it was too long. Yeah, I mean, that was the thing. That was my issue with that book. I haven't read it since okay, like here's the thing. When I can't give away what I was thinking unless I spoil the book, but if you've seen the film Double Lover by Francois Ozon, the French director, I was kind of hoping that Samantha Downing would go into some naughty territory with that twist. Like when you have things, like there are so many things you can do, but like it was just a really boring, I don't even know why it was classified as a thriller. It just was just slow and not my thing. Reading Richard Lehman's Funland, about 90 pages in, is it good? Do you recommend it? Really nice to have you here, Judith. Okay, finishing up Lapvona. It's dark and subtly funny. I couldn't recommend it enough. I heard that one was compared to the Marquis de Sade's 120 Days of Sodom. I don't think anything could be on the level of that book, but for some reason I did see comparisons linking the two. I did read My Year of Rest and Relaxation by that author, and I was not a fan. That was a 1-star book for me. But when I posted my review of that on Instagram, people were saying that that book was very different from her other books, and that her other books deal with very disturbed characters, very disturbing characters, and that I would enjoy those more. So, I mean, let me know if that is true. The Dark Half is my favorite King book. I have not read that book yet. I don't even think I know what it's about. My favorite Stephen King book is Pet Sematary because I loved being in the head of someone who was descending into madness because of all the grief and trauma and stuff. Like the way King wrote that was just like too real. It was really intense. And the final sentence of that book, goose bumps. Great stuff. 1922 is really good also. I saw the movie on Netflix. I did. And I do agree. It was the rat scene. Oh my gosh. I watched American Psycho for the first time today. Tell me what you think of that ending if you've seen it. I have not seen American Psycho since I was a really young teenager. And back then I wasn't smart enough to know that it was a satire. So I don't know if I appreciated it that much back then. But I did read the book. I gave the book 5 fucking stars. Love the book. Definitely one of the best books I've read all year. Like Bret Easton Ellis, man, he's got talent. Like I think, is that his debut? If that's his debut, that's just crazy good. Like the satire was so much more obvious in the book, and the gore in the book was just exponentially like way more intense than anything that happened in that movie. There is a rat scene in the book which had me like, ugh. Anyway, as someone who is neither black nor gay, he really shouldn't be. Yes, yeah, I totally agree with that. Like I don't know why enough people, like I don't know why he keeps getting away with it, because I heard that even in his most recent book, I think it was called Mr. Mercedes, he included vocabulary like that. So I don't know why. I don't know. I hope he gets called out. I hope he just stops. I hope he just like freaking stops, you know? Because it's just it just leave it, I do agree. It does leave a very bad taste in them in the mouth. And as someone who is neither of those things, like no business putting those words in the book, honestly. The remake is not great in my opinion. The original is incredible. Okay, so if I dug the remake, I think the original is going to be real good. Okay. Funland rules so far. No one ever wrote like Lehman. I am so curious about Richard Lehman now. I swear. I have Endless Night on my phone. I think I got Haley to potentially buddy read it with me. She hasn't confirmed yet, but like when I was telling her about the book, she said it sounded really interesting. So we'll see how that goes. It sounds quite similar to the book Intensity by Dean Koontz, but some subscribers did did tell me that it was very, there is gore, there's shock value. He relies more on shock value than someone like Stephen King, I guess, which I kind of love. Like, I love it when authors are like, here, let me freak you out. Nice stuff. The Dark Half is a slasher novel about a writer being, ooh. Okay. All right, I'm gonna put that on the TBR. Sounds pretty good. I need to read The Shining first, though, because I'm planning on doing a dedicated vlog to that book, because it's like 600 fucking pages. That's 2 books, okay? And I gotta read The Shining. I still haven't freaking read that book, and I love the movie. Finished my book already, so I'm just gonna plan my own story to write. Oh my gosh, good luck. I actually did write a manuscript last year for NaNoWriMo, and I have not looked at it since. Like, I am scared to look at what that thing looks like because I have no faith. Well, I have some faith in it, but like I know that a lot needs to be cut out. But yeah, I just need to gather up the guts to finally just look at it and do what needs to be done. Okay. I'm also asked, do you like American Psycho? I'm also asked, do you like American Psycho? I think Less Than Zero was his first. He was 20 fucking 3. What the fuck? When I was 23, what the hell was I doing? Certainly not writing books of that caliber. I need to know what he did to be this smart. I need to get some tips. After seeing you give 5 stars, I ordered it. Oh yeah. Okay, I'm really glad that you ordered a physical copy, because when I say that I annotated that book to death, like, there are so many notes, so many underlines, so many marked passages of just unbridled genius. Okay? Such good stuff. Dracula reads like Stoker wanted it to be performed on stage by his boss's theater company. It's funny. It's like there were deals for... Okay, honestly, I'm curious. I did see the Francis Ford Coppola movie. I did not like that movie. Like, fucking Keanu Reeves. Like, I love him in the John Wick movies, but he could not fucking act for shit in that movie, and neither could Winona Ryder, okay? They both were terrible in that movie. And Gary Oldman, I don't know, man. Like, I was hoping for a scary Dracula, and he just looked like a Power Rangers villain. Like, I was just like, what? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if maximalism is the right approach for a Dracula story, or if I don't know. The movie was just not my thing. But if the book is good, if enough people motivate me, I might check it out, okay? I might. If you like the movie for The Shining, you'll love the book. The characters are... Yes! That's what I heard. I heard that there was so much inner dialogue from Jack's point of view that there was so much more of that in the book than there was, and Jack Nicholson wasn't able to convey as much in the movie. Like, he tried his best. My favorite scene in the movie is when he's like typing on the typewriter and he says, "When you see me do this," you know. Yeah, he's such a phenomenal actor. Okay, we're gonna start the next sprint. Okay, not asked, but psyched. Okay, cool. So we're gonna do the next sprint soon. Now, actually, let me know how long you'd like to sprint for. We just did 40 minutes. I'm thinking, well, I don't know, let me know. Type in the chat how long you'd like to read, and I might be able to finish this book in the next sprint. If you see my camera go off, it's because I went somewhere to vlog, okay? But yeah, go ahead. Also, for those of you who are new, I have a new video up. Thank you so much for 100 views in the first 2 hours. It means a lot to me. It's the book called, hold on. The video is called um, Spooky Books to Read This Halloween. And if you watch it, please leave a comment because that helps me out really good with the algorithm. But for now, yeah, just let me know um, how long you want to read. Let's do this. Okay. Okay, if no one's going to take initiative, I'm going to put 30 minutes. Actually, no, I'm going to do 40 minutes because I need to go downstairs and eat. Yeah, I'm going to eat and I'm going to vlog in this next sprint. Okay, 40 minutes it is, 40 minutes on the clock, and let's do this. Oh my gosh, you guys, this book is intense. Like, I don't even know how I want to describe the kind of fucked upness this extreme horror book is, but it is like, I don't know if I've read anything like it before. I don't know. Anyway, how's everyone doing? How much did you read? What are you reading? How's your book so far? Um, Reading The Poppy War. I have not read that book yet, but I do know that the author recently came out with a new book called Babel. So that's all I know about that. 33% into The Shining. Awesome. How did everybody else do? Yeah, this book is really insane. For anyone who just came in, I am currently reading this book, No One Rides for Free. I am very close to the end, and it's pretty intense. So it's like it's like constant adrenaline and bad shit going from bad to worse. And at the middle portion of the book, there is like a warning that these succeeding events are going to get more horrific. And the event right after that warning is indeed very horrific. But then it just keeps getting worse and worse, and I was just like, oh, you must have seen me in the sprints, but I was just like recoiling back into myself, just being like, okay, if it's already this bad, how much worse is it gonna get? And I was like, the surprises kept coming, and that is how you write an amazing book. 60% down with House of Leaves. How's that book going so far? I read that book back in 2017, back when I only read like 10 books a year, and it was a monumental achievement in my reader journey. I don't really remember much beyond the fact that it was really trippy, and that I did get very frustrated at times, only to be told that it was actually a satire on the pretentiousness of academic papers, and that the whole point of the book was to make it look like the feel of it was that it was bigger on the inside, just that it was bigger on the inside than it was on the outside, which mirrors the house in the book and the dilemma people have over there. It's insane. Okay, 38%, 38 pages into Tell Me I'm Worthless, and it's nice up until now. Really glad you love it. Let me know if you recommend. I did hear one of my friends, Alex, over at the Bookubus, actually had that book over on her best books of... Sorry, I heard something drop downstairs. Hope everybody's okay. Anyway, Alex from the Bookubus, really amazing booktuber. Check out her channel. She does a lot of horror content, and her Instagram feed is amazing. She has so many extreme horror paperbacks. They look so good. But yeah, this book was on her best of the year last year, and I've since then been really intending on reading it, but I have not. I don't know. Is it horror? I think it. I don't know. I heard it was like horror with a trans character. I could be wrong though. Fact check me in the chat. 40 pages. Steph, I forgot what you were reading. I'm sorry. What was it? It's really good so far. Okay, I'm really glad you're enjoying House of Leaves. Nice, nice. I do remember liking it back then. I don't know if I'd ever reread the book because back then I didn't really know what kind of books I liked. I was a very different reader, and I read pretty much anything. But when I made this channel, I went from reading 10 books a year to 120 books a year. So now I'm pretty much more aware of what I like when it comes to books. I'm more critical now. Back then I would just be like, oh, I finished a book, 4 stars, yay me. It's different. Things have changed. Just spent this sprint eating dinner. Also, hello. Okay, I also grabbed a bite during this sprint, and it was really good. How was your food? I hope it was good. I'm glad you're here. Let me know what you will be reading if you want to read now. Okay. A Court of Mist and Fury. Yes. Okay, funny story about that book. So I loved Throne of Glass, right? That whole series was amazing. But then I read the first A Court of Thorns and Roses book, and I fucking hated it. I was like, this is not fantasy. This is not Sarah J. Maas. This is just a romance book. Um, I gave it 1 star. But then people were telling me, read the next book. So I read A Court of Mist and Fury, and dude, that book was like 5 stars. I gave it 5 fucking stars. It was so good. I was like, Sarah J. Maas is back. And Resand, okay, I'm in love. Okay, so I was correct, and I will definitely be. I think I have that book on my phone. I should double check. Yeah, I want to read it now. It was so, yes, I'm glad that you enjoyed your food. The Monsters We Defy, it's good for this time of year. I'm reading for Breeze. Um, Blacko Weenathon. Oh, that's good. How's that going? Yeah, I think I have some friends participating in that readathon. I didn't know. I didn't hear about it until I think I might have only heard about it yesterday. But I hope that I wish nothing but success for that readathon. I hope everyone's doing very well. How is your readathon going so far? Let me know. I hope it's good. Yeah. What's everybody else reading? Oh, by the way, if any of you are interested in the book I'm reading now, the author is actually, well, was actually on the chat just some moments ago. Her name is Judith, and her Instagram bio is also full-time horror junkie. So if you'd like to get more information on this specific book and know where you can purchase that, I think she might have a link on her Instagram bio, which will take you right to the book. Also, her Instagram feed is full of horror book and film recommendations, a lot of which I have been very intrigued by. So if you're a horror fan, definitely check out this page and the book I'm reading now. Cool. So yeah, what else can I talk about? I'm thinking of I'm currently doing this extreme horror novella vlog. So far, I've read Genital Grinder by Ryan Harding, um, Hellbound Heart by Clive Barker, which I really enjoyed, and currently I'm on my 3rd book. I don't know if I'm going to keep it at 3 books or if I'm going to include a 4th book. I definitely could, because these novellas have been speeding by really fast, so I'm not sure how that's going to go. But if I do include a 4th book, I'm thinking of putting in Laws of the Skies. I heard that one was very intense. But if there are any other extreme horror novellas, specifically, I don't know, I heard Crossroads by Laurel Hightower was also really good. So I might include that. But if anyone has any suggestions on books that I could vlog, let me know, because I'm always looking for suggestions. And yeah, it's almost 2 in the morning where I am. So I'm going to, this is going to be our last sprint next. And I think we're only going to do, we're going to do 30 minutes to conclude this. Because, yeah, I need to do a bunch of other stuff before attempting to go to bed. But yeah, I hope everybody is having a fun, I hope everybody is doing some good reading so far. And yeah, we're gonna start soon. Hold on, let me just fix settings. Yeah, we're gonna do 30 minutes now. And then other upcoming videos, I'm thinking of doing a reading blog of The Shining and a reading blog on the book No One Gets Out Alive, I think, by Adam Neville, the one that was also adapted to film on Netflix. Not sure how that's going to go. I heard it was very disturbing, so I'm really interested in seeing that. I'm not sure what other books I'm going to be pairing with that one, but it's also pretty long, so we're going to see how that goes. And I sincerely hope there's an audiobook. Okay, so I think I'm gonna do 25, just like a quick sprint to end the session, because I'm also nearly done with what I'm reading now, and I don't know what I'm gonna read next. I have not finished Shallow River yet. Okay, Traveling Vampire Show by, okay, yeah, Judith was telling me to read by Richard Lehman. Is that a novella or is that something I should pair with the Nobody Gets Out Alive blog? Let me know. Or should I read The Shining and No One Gets Out Alive on the same? I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'll figure it out. We'll see. We shall see. Anyway, I'm gonna definitely look this up during these sprints, but for now, let's do this last sprint and then just chat a bit, and then we will move along. Okay, wow. I finished Nobody Rides for Free, and it was really good. I cannot fathom how she was able to write, edit, and publish that book in 10 days, but it was insane. It was definitely very extreme horror. It leans into not gonna say. I'm gonna let everything just be a surprise. I don't know how much I'm gonna say in my vlog. I got a bit of footage in during the sprints, but I'm gonna try to gather my thoughts and then give like a full coherent review maybe tomorrow or later. We'll see. Anyway, so yeah, that's how that went. It was really intense. How did everybody do? How's everybody's reading? How far in did you get? I think that was going to be the final sprint of the night, but do let me know if anyone wants to like just talk about anything and chat before we go. Just like type whatever you want into the comments. But while y'all are doing that, I just want to say thank you because I gained a couple new subscribers during this sprint. So hello to everybody who's new. And my video reached 160 views in the first 5 hours. So that is really good. It's currently sitting at 6 out of 10 on my rankings, which is pretty decent compared to what other videos have done. For those of you who aren't, who don't know, I did another video just a couple days ago recommending extreme horror books based on your favorite horror movie, and vice versa. So if you want double the recommendations, do watch that. And don't forget to leave a comment because that helps me a lot in the algorithm. So yeah, feel free to watch either of those when this sprint is over. Okay, so short but not a novella. Okay, so I might pair that with something else. Maybe I'll do like a full video dedicated to Richard Lehman because he is very prominently featured in extreme horror circles. In extreme horror circles, he is very much discussed. He's known, and I think he's one of the only. Him and Bentley Little are the only authors that I have yet to check out yet. So let me know, and do let me know if you have any recommendations on books you think I'm gonna love in the extreme horror genre that I have not gotten to. I see one right over here, Womb by Duncan Ralston. I actually have read that book, and I do have a full reading blog where I read that alongside Exquisite Corpse and something else. Boy Erased, I think. Anyway, you'll see. Good night, Steph. Thank you so much for joining. Really loved having you. 40% into The Shining. Wow, Ava, you're getting through that book real fast. Love that. Book's a little slow, a little too slow. Yeah. The book I read 2 days ago was also pretty slow. But you know what? It's not like whenever I think a book is really slow, I think, is it me or is it the book? And then if I try to read something, and then I put it down, I read something else first to see if I'm really in the mood to be reading. And if I like what I'm reading instead, I know it's the book's fault. So maybe try that. And if you really don't feel like reading, maybe you're in a slump, which is totally fine. Take all the time you need. I mostly worked, but I want to thank you for hosting. I watched your latest video this morning to have, thank you so much, Alex. Read 16 pages of A Court of Mist and Fury. How far into the book are you? Because, oh gosh, that book gets so good so fast, honestly. I really do love that series. Honestly, my track record with Sarah J. Maas is mostly good, but lately I've been really disappointed. I really liked all the Throne of Glass books. The lowest I gave in that series was 3.5 stars to Assassin's Blade. And then the ACOTAR series, I gave the first book 1 star, and then Mist and Fury 5 stars, Wings and Ruin 5 stars, Frost and Starlight 1 star. That did not need to exist. And then A Court of Silver Flames 5 stars, probably my second favorite Sarah J. Maas book that she's ever written. And I'm not a fan of the Crescent City books. They just do not appeal to me. I don't see why a freaking murder mystery has to be like 700 no, like how long are those books? Like 700 fucking pages? 800 pages? Come on. Bentley Little can be a little dragging, but it's good for me, but not the okay. Who is the best, MJ? Who are your faves? Who are your favorite extreme horror writers? Let me know. My favorites, I don't know if well, Judith is definitely a favorite of mine because I've read probably I haven't read Repugnant yet, and I haven't read Low Blasphemy and the smut one she wrote. I haven't read those, but everything else have been amazing. I also, of course, love J.F. Gonzalez. I'm pretty mixed on Jack Ketchum. I loved The Girl Next Door, but what is that other one? Off Season. That was not great. That was not. It was not that good, honestly. I mean, I was kind of shocked to learn about how loved Off Season was in the horror community because that book was just so underwhelming. It was just really boring, and it only really started to get good like in the finale. But yeah, so I am thinking of making sprints a regular thing. My schedule is pretty all over the place, so I can't really promise like which specific days I can do sprints. But do let me know in the chat when everyone is most free, or if you want to let me know, just let me know what days you're not free so I know to work around them. I was thinking of doing Wednesdays and Saturdays, but I wasn't free last Wednesday, so that's a thing. But yeah, that's really all I can say now. What else can I say? Oh yeah, I also have this other vlog planned. My birthday. So it was my birthday last month in September, and I took footage of the place I went to. And at the time, I was reading The Cabin at the End of the World and a couple of other books. The Plot by Jean Hans Corellis. Oh my, ugh, that book was not good. So I think I have enough footage for those two books and something else. So I was thinking of splicing the bookish parts like in between or before and after the vacation footage because I don't really feel that if I posted like just a standard vlog, not book related, I don't think I'd get any views out of that. But yeah, we'll see. Anyway, that's just me. Yeah, anybody else? Let me know in the comment section or in the chat when you want to sprint next. And with that, I bid you adieu. We've been sprinting for 3 hours. It's been really fun. So yeah, thank you so much for joining. It really means a lot that y'all are like willing to hang out with me. And okay, so the weekends. Should I sprint tomorrow? Should I sprint tomorrow? Should I sprint on Sunday? We'll see. But either way, it's going to be around this time. This is when I'm the most free in my day. There's no way in hell y'all are going to get me to wake up early. It's just not going to happen. And even if it does happen, there's no way I'm going to feel like reading like early in the morning for 30, 40 minutes on end. It's just no. So it's going to be at this time, which is morning / early afternoon for people in the US. And yeah, with that being said, thanks. Yes, I will post it on Instagram, and okay, I will do better. I will, because like I've been posting it on my YouTube community tabs, which isn't viewed as much, but I will do my best to put them on Instagram. Okay, these sprints are a lifesaver. Oh, thank you so much, Alexis. That really means a lot. Honestly, same. I mean, even though we're out of the pandemic, some days do get lonely, and it's nice to have like people reading with you. Hopefully, I get some friends to join me on subsequent days. Can you do a little later than this, or will that be too late? Well, I could probably try, but as of now, I think this is like the easiest time for me. But assuming I can, I will notify on Instagram. And yeah, it's nice to see you, by the way, Kayla. So anyway, so that's just all I had to say. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining. It's been 3 hours. Thank you so much, Ava. But yeah, I'm going to go now. Have a great rest of your day, everybody. And thank you so much. Please, and reminder, if you watch, I did post a video recently If you do watch it, please don't forget to leave a comment. Even if you want to just leave a pumpkin emoji, that's totally fine, or a heart or anything. As long as you do that, it'll get recommended on the algorithm. We all know how much the algorithm hates me. Gabby is, her time zone is, I think she's like invert. I think her time, yeah, I think it's really early where she is. But I'll check. Anyway, bye. Thank you so much, everybody. Yeah, see you next time. Take care.